Yo, 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 what it do? What it do? It's your boy B.O.Z. the Smack God, live in the flesh with my guy, with my dude, Just J MMA. What's poppin' with you, man?
What's going on, loved one?
You know, man. It was a great weekend of UFC.
Yes,
We've been gone for a week or two. Sorry to keep the people waiting, you know what I mean? But you know, family first. We had what we gotta do, and we back in the building. You know what I'm saying? Let's hear it for the people. Where the people at? Hey, our live studio audience is here. You know, they are excited. You know, thank you guys for coming out today. You know, good to have you guys all here with us. How you say you feeling good?
Man, I'm good, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm cooler than the sweat from the snow, man. You feel me?
Okay, all right. I don't have a comeback for that. I don't have a comeback for that.
Shout out to Mac Dre. Rest in peace, man. That was one of his lyrics, man. I had to steal that from him.
Yeah, shout out to
you feel me
to Mr. Furl, Mr. Furley. But hey, man. You know, I hate to be the one to say I told you so, but I would hate to even say that because I love to be the one that says I told you so. I'm that guy. I'm the I told you so guy, right? And this weekend, we got a little bit of truth serum. You know, everybody, we talk about hype trains. We talk about who's over there. We talk about what's happening. We talk about these narratives. All the Russia's taking over. The answer is niet. No. Yada. I'm going to say it in Spanish. No. They are not taking over. And for those of you who don't recall or didn't see that conversation, let's go ahead and just take a trip down memory lane. Let's see what we're talking about here. And the uncrowned champion. Yes. But the fact remains, he is not the champion. We may feel
only because he hasn't fought for the belt yet.
I'm just saying, but we may feel that Magomed Ankalaev is the best guy at 205. But the fact remains, he is not a champion, right?
Right.
So there are all these people. There's, what's the guy I went for? The one that's supposed to fight Yair Rodriguez. This is Zabit. It was Zabit.
He's supposed to fight
Zabit, yeah. On the goddamn list, right?
Because he hasn't been fighting.
But anyway,
I forgot his name.
We know what the fuck we talking about. I can't believe I can't remember. Very pointy. It'll come back. But even if, again, uncrowned. These guys are uncrowned champions. And if you look at the top 15 fighters, pound for pound, where's the Russian? Are the Russians really taking over? What is wrong with the Russians?
Well,
why don't they have?
Here's my theory. Nobody wants to fight them. Nobody wants to fight. Like I said, I'm
all right.
Horrible. That just called me out. I'm horrible at names and shit. I couldn't even say his name. It's going to continue. It's the pattern that I do. I cannot pronounce names for shit. If there's a little bit of difficulties, I'm fucking your name up. So fair warning. It's not on purpose. I'm just horrible at names.
You know, and these guys are from a different region of the world. They have names like Zabit Ankalaev and all kind of shit that we don't normally use. But the larger point is, I was saying weeks ago that these Russians, everybody is so quick to anoint these Russians. The Russians are taking over. And then here we saw this weekend. Hey, man. Hey, Peter Yan, we'll get to him in a minute. Let's start off with Khamzat. Khamzat was talking about, let me get Kamaru Usman and Leon Edwards in the same night. How about you get through Leon Edwards first? And I don't know that he's getting through Leon Edwards, but let me just say this. If, and it's a big if, he did get through Leon Edwards, he ain't fucking with Kamaru Usman. Everybody on the hype train got to hit the brakes. Now I hear who's number two? Man, Gilbert Burns is a small 170. He's normally a 155-pound fighter. Yeah, he's number two. Yeah, he's got the skill set. But I saw holes in Khamzat Chimaev's game that Lizzo can walk through. You know what I'm saying? The boy is a flawed fighter, and I don't want to hear any more of that crazy talk. He's a good fighter, very good fighter. But he ain't fighting two niggas in one night. Get the fuck out of here.
Come on, man. So first you boast Patty the Batty from talking shit on a mouthpiece and everything like that. But then when Khamzat Chimaev talks shit about beating two dudes in one night, what is that going to do? That's going to bring more people to listen to him. Say, damn, who's this motherfucker? Who does he think he is? Okay, I got to tune in. So now you criticize him criticizing him for talking shit about fighting two motherfuckers in one night. Okay,
I'm criticizing his skill set.
Here's my take. Here's my take on Khamzat, because that's my dude. I love I'm fucking up his name. Khamzat Chimaev. I love this dude. He could talk shit with that fucking Russian accent that you try to do and you never pass. You never pass.
My Russian accent is very good. Very, very good.
You sound like Count Dracula from Sesame Street, dude. Shut it up. Shut it up. But anyway, my take is this. The dude is bad. He's the real deal. You know what I'm saying? Yes, he has holes in his game. He's not perfect. He has holes in the game. He's only been fighting in the UFC. I think he only has like 4 professional UFC fights. He fought the #2 contender. Whatever you want to say, he's white in the ass. He's not a real welterweight or whatever the case is. He fought the #2 contender. #2 contender, last time I checked, Gilbert Burns, whooped the shit out of Tyron Woodley. Whooped the shit out of Tyron Woodley, who claims to be the best welterweight of all time, which that's the topic of another discussion.
No. Okay, you know what? You can't get that shit off. Ain't nobody feeling like that around here.
No. I said, no, hold on. I said Tyron Woodley says that. He says that. Okay? Look at that shit. That's swag. I'm sitting on this fence waiting for you. You talking about Patty the Batty? This motherfucker sitting on top of the fence talking about I'm waiting for you. He fought his best. What do I say, Bones? What do I say? It's not about just swag. It's not about just how good you could talk on the mic. It's not about fighting people outside of the cage. It's who you fight in the cage. Chimaev hasn't fought nobody until Gilbert Burns, ranked #2. Chimaev is ranked number 10 or 11, bro. And he took him the distance. They went all 3 rounds and he won. So I don't know how you don't jump on this hype train. I'm not moving too fast. I don't think he could beat Kamaru Usman, but it would be nice to see him and Colby Covington in the cage. That's what I like to see next.
Okay, so I'm addressing the people, not necessarily Khamzat himself. People were acting like he was going to run through, like he could beat Israel Adesanya. He could beat, like he was unbeatable. This guy is very beatable. Look, I want to go to some of these strikes when you watch his lack of defense. We talked about Patty the Batty and his lack of head movement. I want you to see what Gilbert Burns recognizes, that this guy's head does not get out of the way. He offers very little in the way of defense and protecting his head. I mean, early on, he shows a little bit of head movement, a little left to right. But Gilbert recognizes that he's there to be hit. Gilbert starts to take flight on this dude. He buckles him a few times. And it's like, yo, what you going to do? He's going to stand in front of people to try to smash everybody?
But Khamzat took him. He kept coming the whole fight. He got rocked. It's going to happen.
Gilbert's not a puncher. But Gilbert's not a puncher, though, is what I'm saying.
Last time, did you see the fight against Gilbert Burns and Kamaru Usman? He rocked Kamaru Usman. He did the same thing to the pound-for-pound champion. So it's not like Gilbert Burns doesn't have a punch. He can hit. He fucked up Tyron Woodley. So you're talking about Khamzat like, oh, he got rocked by Gilbert Burns. But so did the champion. He did as well, and he kept coming. So you're missing the fact that he's ranked number 11 and fought number 2. You're missing that fact.
No, what I'm saying is I watched him fight and I'm like, I could not believe his lack of defense and how easy he was to be hit. And I'm just, and what I was doing as I was watching the fight, I was thinking, if he did this against Kamaru Usman, he's going to sleep. If he does this against a bigger welterweight, he's going.
I don't know. Listen. I got Kamaru Usman beating Khamzat, but I don't got him knocking him out. Kamaru Usman doesn't display knockout power. Yeah, he knocked out Street Judas. I don't want to disrespect him by calling him Street Judas, Jorge Masvidal, but he's not knocking nobody out. He's beating them by his pursuit. He keeps coming. He's more technical knockout than knockout. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yeah, that's my point. Is he's technical. And Khamzat is not technical. Khamzat is a brawler, and I think a brawler coming against a technical fighter with cardio for days, some of the best wrestling we've seen at 170 ever, is going to get. Yeah. He's going to get.
Well, I don't know ever, because George St. Pierre is the best wrestler at 170 to me.
I said some of. I'm putting me in the top 5. Top 5 wrestler we've seen.
Okay. I
mean, because he stifled, because Colby Covington is up there as well, and he stifled Colby Covington.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying,
But
it comes out. Yeah, he won the fight, but to me, it was like, yo, this dude he's not tactical at all. If smash doesn't work, smash you face doesn't work, then what does he have? I guess he
man,
can grapple, but
you kill me if you're not with somebody. You're totally you kill me because Patty the Batty doesn't have any defense. Every fight he fought in the UFC, he's gotten rocked. He said it himself. Oh, I got to get hit before I get into the fight. So now you kill me with this, bro. See,
nobody, no. Nobody's saying that Patty the Batty's going to beat the champion. Nobody's calling him to beat the champion.
But
you know what I mean?
Saying,
so everybody knows this. It's a fun.
You can't talk about Khamzat talking about he has no defense and stuff like that, but yet you don't speak of Patty the Batty's defense at all. You know what I'm saying? You talk to him, you talk about him like he's going to be the triple champ in the next 4 years.
No, I say he's going to bring excitement. No, I say he's going to bring excitement. You keep trying to talk about the holes in his game. Like he's a different type of guy. I put Khamzat and Patty closer together than going into the weekend. The idea was Patty was a spectacle. No, let me finish. You say it no before Patty was a spectacle and Khamzat was this fucking Russian cyborg who was going to fucking destroy the whole world and fucking then go all the way up and knock out or not even knock out, take down fucking Stylebender and smash Stylebender. Stylebender would knock his fucking Russian beard into the third row of seats at the T-Mobile Arena.
Right.
Do you think he has a chance against Stylebender? Okay, I just want to make sure. I'm saying the hype train has got it.
But here's the thing. I like Khamzat, but I'm not like you. I don't live in the moment. I'm not going to be one of those dudes to be like, oh, man, this motherfucking Russian is coming. He's coming. He's going to beat the champion. Okay. No, I'm not like that. I'm one of the dudes that's a realist. Now, he's the number 10 or 11th ranked and fought the number 2 contender. You know what I'm saying? That's hard to do. You know, look how fast he done it from 11 to 2 and only his 4th UFC fight. So got to give him some props to that. And he won. Now, as far as him beating the champion, fuck no. But that's a lot of people who always live in the moment, which I never do. You know, I want to see more work from him because you're right. His head is on a straight line. He would get knocked the fuck out. Even by Usman. Because the simple fact is, if your head is on a straight line for so many times during the fight, you're going to get caught. You're going to get caught. You know what I'm saying? But
look at the size of Gilbert. Look how small Gilbert is, though. Like, imagine a guy that's a legit 170-pound guy landing these same shots. I got Kobe Covington, to be honest with you. I think they're making that fight next. I think Kobe's going to
knock him. You think Kobe's going to knock out Chimaev?
No, I didn't say no. I think he's going to beat him. I think he's going to beat him.
Well, I think he'll beat him. I think he'll beat him on cardio and probably wrestling, but he has pretty good wrestling too. Look, the dude is young in the UFC, man. He's young in the UFC. You know, but anyway, the topic of discussion, you were talking about the Russians. They're not coming. You know, they're no champions and shit like that. You're accurate in that assessment, but I think they're coming. You know, at least Khamzat. I don't know if he's going to win the title, especially if Usman is still reigning. But Makhachev, I think Makhachev is going to win the belt. You know what I'm saying? I just think he's going to be the next fucking Khabib at 155. You know what I'm saying? So they might not be here.
I think smart money. Yeah.
They might not be here because you're accurate in that assessment, but they're coming. They're coming. At least those two. And Peter Yan. I like Peter Yan. I think he's coming. I think he'll be back.
What I'm saying is that the general public seems to have anointed the Russians as they're here, they're taking over, and this is what it is. What I'm saying is, this is what I said in that clip. Is that they're here and they seem to be there, but it seems like something falls off with them when it comes time for championship runs.
Well, that's
Peter Yan. Hey, all the shit he talked and all the bullshit. He went out there and did not fight a good. He didn't look good in that fight. I mean, he looked good because.
Well, he didn't look good, and credit to Aljamain Sterling. You know what I'm saying? He had a perfect game plan, so we can't take anything away from Aljamain Sterling. Peter Yan just dropped. He laid an egg. It happens. You know, we're not the best all the time. You know, but he was the champion, and he's a Russian, and he was a champion. So we got to give him credit.
Okay, I'm just saying currently because you know what? People are looking to say that they're looking to anoint, but what I'm saying is They're not really taking over. If you want to see who's taking over, you know who's taking over the UFC? The brothers, the blacks, the brothers.
It's been for a while. I mean, shit, we got three Africans running this shit right now.
If we want to talk about who's really taking over the game, it's the brothers. But that's not the sexy headline they want. Dana White don't even want the brothers to be champ. We see the way that nigga be acting. Your favorite white boy, Dana White. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how. I don't know how he's still your favorite white boy. After all
I never said he still was. You know what I'm saying? You didn't ask me if he was. You just, you're assuming. You know.
Do we have breaking news?
But no. I love Dana White. I like Dana White because I wish I had his job, more or less. You know what I'm saying? But you're right. Dana White does not know how to promote black fighters. He does not. I'm saying Kamaru Usman, he's a loving father. He came from Cameroon, where he didn't have a whole lot. His father was locked up in prison. That's a great story. You know what I'm saying? Great story. But they don't promote none of that stuff. They don't promote it. I follow Kamaru Usman on Instagram. I'm a single father. And just to see him with his daughter, man, this warms my heart, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
The style bender. The style bender is one of the smartest fighters in the UFC. I mean, his personality is through the roof. He's a hell of a fighter. You know what I'm saying? I just don't understand why Dana White doesn't promote these black fighters. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to go the obvious route and say this, that, and the other. I mean, you probably will because you don't give a fuck. I don't know. But I just don't. You're right. He doesn't promote black fighters, and it's a shame. You know what I'm saying? It's a shame.
So let's take a look at something. Let's take a look at this. All right. So I think we would agree that he's got a great job. He's a promoter for the world's greatest fight organization, maybe the greatest promoter in the history of combat sports. You've just witnessed an outstanding performance by an underdog, a 3.5 to 1 underdog, a guy that's overcome some adversity.
I hear you, bro.
A guy that has overcome some adversity. And your job is simply to promote, pretty much talk about that fight, frame it the right way, and talk about, his next fight. And let's just go ahead and take a look at Dana White talking about the decision on the fight.
You're going to put him on Front Street.
Had scores all over the place. I'm just curious, kind of maybe how you had it scored and what you thought of Aljamain's performance tonight.
Yeah, I thought that the judges blew that one. I thought I had it 3-2 the other way. I don't know how you guys scored it, but I guess it's all in however you score that first.
How did you feel about Aljamain Sterling's performance, Dana White? Let's say that again.
Scores all over the place. I'm just curious, kind of maybe how you had it scored and what you thought of Aljamain's performance tonight.
Yeah, I thought that the judges blew that one. I thought.
Wait, so how did you feel about your champion's performance? I felt the judges blew it. Explain it to me. When does he do that to a fighter that's not black? Because I've heard him talk about Tyrone Woodley at 170, how he's fought the worst fight he's ever seen. That was the worst title fight ever. John Jones can't get a fight. Francis Ngannou is unsigned right now, looking to, you know what I mean?
To Dana's defense, he's had. I knew he was going to go here. To Dana's defense, he has expressed his dislike to fighters across the board. You know what I'm saying? Tito Ortiz is a perfect fucking example. He hates Tito Ortiz. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, across the board, but that doesn't deny the fact that he doesn't promote black fighters, because right now it's like four of them, right? You got Ngannou, Stylebender, Usman, and the Funk Master. So it's 4 of them. And if DJ was still there, I think DJ would be the 5th. And they didn't promote DJ whatsoever. And he's probably, we're going to get into this. He probably, to me, is one of the best UFC fighters of all time. You know what I'm saying? I love DJ. Demetrius Johnson, for those who don't know.
And he was our long reigning champion. And they basically traded him
for a bum.
For Ben Askren.
For a bum. His only highlight was getting knocked out faster than anybody in UFC history. That's it, for a bum. That was the worst trade in sports history.
Now, I don't want to like say this is only, Dana White's problem is only with promoting black fighters, but I do want to just show that there's a pattern where Dana White seems to choose his favorites, and he has a hard time promoting certain type of fighters. Let's look at another time where he expressed his ability or the inability of somebody to draw money. Let's take a look here.
He's not a needle mover.
Nate Diaz. Nate Diaz is not a needle.
I love Nate Diaz. Nate Diaz is actually one of my favorite kids. I always got along with Nate. Nate was always great. Lowest rated Fox show ever. His number, he doesn't pull the numbers in. Nick.
When you think that Nate, his 2 fights against Conor were a
So now,
he doesn't pull the numbers in. Nate Diaz could be gone for like 3 years and come back and then what? I don't what?
It's just my point is that he had this guy on his roster and felt like, oh, he's not a needle mover.
When was that interview?
I don't remember. It was years ago. I don't remember exactly when it was. It was years ago. But I just remember when I heard him say it, I was like, nah, Nate got a mouthpiece on him. He's out there. He's got he smokes weed. It's back when weed was still kind of stigma. And it's like, kind of the people that did smoke was like, oh, we fuck with him. You know what I mean? Like you can see there was something to Nate. He's a local kid. He's 15 minutes down the road from here. So you see him around town. The kid is a star. How was he on your roster? There's times you can see Nate Diaz flipping off people while he's got him in a fucking triangle. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like he walked around with a swagger.
I think it was against Pellegrino. I think it was the Italian dude, Pellegrino. I think it was against him. Might have been.
But there was a lot of things that showed you that Nate Diaz has some star qualities. He definitely has some star qualities.
Yeah. I mean, that interview, I don't know how old that interview was, but that was blasphemy coming out of he doesn't bring in the numbers. What the fuck are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? But not to get off track, man, but the black fighters, they do not get promoted. And unfortunately, man, a lot of this is not going to be, attractive for a lot of people to hear, but this happens across the board, not just in sports. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, look at the fucking Rooney Rule. In NFL, you know what I'm saying? I mean, fuck, look at all the hoops we got to go through just to get a black coach in the NFL to coach. You know what I'm saying? We got one, now we got two in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? And we got to go jump through fire hoops just to get. Come on. So it's just across the board, man. Who is dominating sports is African Americans or black, whatever you want to call them, or the N-word. We're dominating sports. We are.
Can we where's Joe Rogan at?
You feel me? We're dominating sports. And who's running the sports? White people. Old white men are running sports. They're the owners. So they're not going to be too pleased at times it's disgusting. I'm frustrated, and these dudes should be getting promoted a lot more. You know what I'm saying? So unfortunate.
Are you saying that Dana White is no longer your favorite white boy? Are you on the market for a new white boy?
No,
Jim Rome.
No, well, Jim Rome is forever my favorite white boy. You know what I'm saying? Well, he's always 1 and 2, him and Dave. But I haven't been listening to Jim Rome in a while. I love Jim Rome, but I just think Dana has a problem. I really don't think it has to do with color. I just think Dana has a problem with how he handles himself in certain situations when it comes to the the African American fighters. You know what I'm saying? So he's still my favorite white boy. I love Dana, man, because he talk big shit. I love the way he talk shit about Alfie Del Hoya and shit. So
I've got something to say about Dana White and for you for what you just said, and that is this.
Shame. Shame.
Shame.
Shame.
You can call it shame because he doesn't promote the black fighters. I'll give you that. I'm not gonna argue with you on that. I agree.
And also to the people of fucking Jacksonville, hey, you fucking assholes. You fucking assholes. We had a champion. It was an American champion. Born and raised in New York City. He trains with the Italians. Rocky Balboa was Italian, right? It's an American champion fighting against a Russian. The storyline writes itself. And who do you assholes root for? The Russian.
Russian. Hey, listen, bro. me and you have talked about this candidly off air and shit like that, man. The UFC fans are the dumbest fans in sports history. Because if you go to China, the Chinese fans are rooting for the Chinese. If you go to Brazil, the Brazilians get ready to kill you for their fighters. If you go to Canada, the Canadians get ready to kill you for their fighters. If you go to Ireland, we already know what the Ireland fans about.
We already know.
When you come to the US, we're booing Aljamain Sterling, but we're gonna root for the Russian. What?
Idiots.
I don't get it, man. I don't get it. UFC fans, what is going on with the UFC fans, man? I do not understand it. You know, if you don't like Aljamain Sterling, shut the fuck up. You ain't gotta boo him. Just shut the fuck up and root for Peter Young on the silent tip. You know what I'm saying? Because making us look bad.
If this fight was in Kiev, Russia, and Peter Yan was fighting against Aljamain Sterling, they would have tore the roof off of that fucking building for Peter Yan. They would have tore the roof off. But our American so these like, yo, take the fucking American flag off your goddamn pickup truck if you're gonna go and root for the Russian fighter when he fights an American.
You feel me? Your high-rise, hella high-ass Toyota truck with a big-ass flag on it. You know what I'm saying? But yet you're gonna boo Aljamain Sterling, who fights, you know what I'm saying, out of New York and fights for Americans. I mean, come on, man. I mean, I don't get it. You know, I don't get it. Listen, I've rooted for other people who aren't American against Americans, but I'm not gonna boo an American against a non-American. I'm just not gonna do it.
Did you guys not see Rocky IV? Did you not see what Drago did to Apollo Creed? I've wanted to beat up a Russian ever since. Ever since. I've been trying to pick fights with these Russians. I'm on the unpopular hill here because in mixed martial arts, everybody fucking sucks off the Russians. Everybody sucks them off. I'm the only guy out here like, hey guys, what about the brothers? Right? We got all the gold, my nigga. We got the gold. So I feel the way I feel about it. I feel a certain type of way about it. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, shout out to Aljamain Sterling.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Aljo, the Funk Master.
The Funk Master did his thing. Hey, do I have? Where's my air horn at? I need my air horn for this.
Yeah, we kind of lacking in all these of the sounds and shit, man. We got to give Aljo. We got to give Aljo his flowers, homie. He did that. That was a good fight. Good fight.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Shout out to Aljamain Sterling.
Louder. Oh. All right. I hope you didn't.
Hey, we both had him winning, though, huh?
Siri?
What?
What's that?
I said I think we both had him winning.
In the Aljamain Sterling fight?
Yeah.
Yeah. I had him winning
that fight.
Yeah, I had him winning. Hey, man, well, like I said, ABOB always bet on black, man. Always bet on black. You know what I'm saying? So,
all right. So look, I want to jump into these rankings real quick, man. Just real quick. You know, because I got some. I want your opinion on this shit, man. Because this shit is driving me nuts. We got this ranking system, and what I mean by the ranking system, you got ranked 10 fighter, ranked 9 fighter, and everything like that. Normally, back in the day, when you're ranked a certain number, you fight the one next to you all the way down till you get the number 1 ranking. And normally, when you're number 1 ranking, the number 1 ranking is supposed to fight the champion. That's how it's supposed to go. But now you got these individuals like Henry Cejudo, Conor McGregor, retired for like 2 years, talking about their next fight is a title shot. Hold the fuck up. Hold the fuck up. That's totally disrespectful for all these motherfuckers who've been fighting for the last 2 years that you've been out trying to earn a championship fight, and you want to come in and just slide in for a motherfucking title shot? Nah, I still believe in rankings. Me personally, I'm old school. I still believe in rankings, but it's apparent that Dana White and the UFC don't give a fuck about rankings. You know, give a fuck about all these fighters' hard work, like Josh Emmett. You know what I'm saying? He's moving up in the rankings. You know, and shout out to Josh Emmett because Paul Felder shot him out in a fight against Volkanovski, which I wanted to dive into later, man. Shout out to Josh Emmett. So, yeah, man. I'm disappointed in these rankings because you don't have to be ranked to get a title shot. What do you think? I mean, what do you think about the rankings? Should we have them? I mean, because obviously we don't need them.
The rankings are trash. The UFC rankings are trash. There's better rankings out there in other places. I disagree with probably 30 to 40% of the ranking system that they have on there. So yeah, the rankings are trash. I mean, plain to say, but I think what the rankings do, they do add for interesting conversation. They can be marketing pieces.
Right.
I think they add something in that respect. But are they legitimate? No, they're not legitimate. To be at the end of the day, the UFC is about prize fighting. You know what I mean? So Conor McGregor is going to jump the line, and when Conor McGregor jumps the line, it's good for everybody on the card. Everybody on the card going to get a little bit extra money because he's bringing all the eyeballs.
Red panty night, baby. Red panty night.
You know what I mean? It's red panties, and everybody finna eat. So at the end of the day, yeah, everybody know, hey, Conor McGregor got enough money to be damn near the owner of the UFC or one of the owners and join them in the owner's luxury suites. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know. He's not the same as you. He's not the same as the rest of these dudes out there. Now, Henry Cejudo, he's not, he's talking, but he's more of a troll than anything else. He won't, he actually said, he just said he doesn't think he's actually going to be allowed back in the UFC.
Hold on. Segue to Henry Cejudo. He said he's going to get into the USADA pool. So USADA is still relevant in the UFC. So, are
they though?
Well, I mean, I'm just telling you what he said. He said he's going to get back in the USADA poll, and you said we talked about it briefly not too long ago. That is USADA still relevant? Is it still in the UFC? So I just thought that was interesting that he mentioned that. Like, damn, Bones was like, nah, USADA's not available no more.
Really, nigga? That's all I got to say to that. When was the last time somebody pissed hot? When was the last time somebody pissed hot?
I think it was TJ Dillashaw 2 years ago.
That's 2 years ago. So you mean to tell me that in 2 years they ain't caught nobody? Nah, man, the motherfuckers is gone. They still there on paper.
Hey, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just telling you what Henry Cejudo said to bring light to your question that you mentioned, you know?
I just remember there was a time when you would see the fighters, they'd be showing, hey, USADA's here. I got to take my test. USADA's here. People like, man, USADA's here. Fuck them motherfuckers. I'm trying to order a pizza. USADA. I have not seen anybody post nothing about no USADA. They gone, man. They gone. And there's some type of contract. Mike, you know, I go crazy with conspiracies. I think there's a non-disclosure act, a non-disclosure thing they've signed. So they're not going to talk about when that relationship ends. They might still be there, but they might have paused all in-person testing.
Well, I think they came in around the same time as Reebok came in. So Reebok's not with them. So they probably bounced when Reebok came or Reebok went.
And I think COVID restricted them. Probably COVID because of COVID. Probably because of COVID, they probably restricted in-person testing. So, I think it's probably a good time to pause the entire program because it wasn't really good for the sport. We just end up losing main events and undercard events. We lost a bunch of fights because of USADA. Worst idea ever. I don't give a fuck if these guys are doing performance-enhancing drugs. Let them. Do we care? We don't care. We don't care.
I do. I don't want to see one opponent might be on drugs and the other one not. That's not cool. That's not cool. Now, if they're both on the shit, then okay, whatever. But if one is doing the shit the right way, or at least trying to do shit the right way, then you got another motherfucker that's on this dope. That's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? It's fucked up.
Well, you know that the stuff that they were taking, they weren't testing for it before. So with the UFC that you grew up loving, they weren't testing for it. So everybody was on this shit.
Well, I think it was more prevalent in the early stages of the UFC. Yeah. You know, I don't think so much going forward. You know, I'm not naive to think that steroids is not being used or never been used in the UFC, even currently.
It was rampant. But Chuck Liddell was sniffing cocaine and doing roids before every fight.
Chuck Liddell wasn't doing no fucking steroids. He was sniffing coke. But that motherfucker's body looked like he was 180 years old and knocking motherfuckers out. So he was snorting coke, but he wasn't doing no steroids.
I think he was just doing steroids and not working out.
If you would have said somebody like Mark Coleman or you know what I'm saying, I'd be like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? But fucking Iceman, nah.
Chuck Liddell, I'm not saying that he was working out as well. He was just doing cocaine for the sake of doing cocaine.
Well, yeah, I agree with you. He was doing cocaine,
And
but not
then he was doing steroids instead of working out. I was like, I ain't gonna work out. I'm just gonna take some steroids.
Oh shit! Yeah. All
So,
right.
yeah,
Well,
that was a segue. We got a hard out here. So we've got to shoot. What else do we have on our list of things we want to talk about?
I think you wanted to talk about. Hold on, man. I wanted to get in. So we already got into the Khamzat versus Covington. You think Covington will win that fight?
Based on the performance that I saw on Saturday, and let me add one caveat, one asterisk to my call out here of Khamzat, and that it is Ramadan right now. So he has been fasting. He had to fast for that week, right? So I don't know, maybe that had some effect on his energy level. His energy level seemed fine. To me, it's more of a technique thing. But it is Ramadan. I know that sometimes Muslim practitioners will try to not compete during this holy period. So that could have something to do with it.
It could have played a role.
But the guy that he's fighting in Kobe Covington isn't going to give a fuck about Ramadan. He's going to walk him down.
Well, they're not. I doubt very seriously they'll fight on Ramadan or during Ramadan. Close to Ramadan.
Yeah. But Kobe Covington's going to push a pace on him. He's going to probably close distance, dirty box. And I think that after watching that performance, I think he knows I can just swing for the fences. This guy's not getting out the way. You know what I mean? And so I think Kobe Covington takes that. I would take Kobe Covington, slight favorite in that. So give me Kobe Covington. I'll cash out on Kobe.
I gotta ride with Khamzat. Because that's my boy. That's my prospect. You know, I gotta ride with him, man. I agree with you though, in the sense that Kobe Covington can win that fight, but I just gotta ride with him, man. I gotta stick to my conviction, man, and ride with my homie, man. I think Khamzat knocks him the fuck out, because if he could get tagged by Usman, you know, Khamzat's a pretty good striker. He's a pretty good striker, and I don't see Kobe Covington knocking him out. Now, he could probably tire him out. That's what Kobe does. You know, that's his only chance of winning that fight. And I hate going against Kobe. I don't like him, but the motherfucker's a hell of a fighter, and he got a gas tank out the world. You know what I'm saying? So I got to ride with the homie. Man.
Why? What area do you think that he is the superior fighter?
He's stronger. His striking is stronger. I mean, Kobe Covington, he's a good striker. He's developed to be a good striker, but he ain't putting no Kobe. I mean, Chimaev ain't worried about getting knocked out by him. He's gonna keep walking him down. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna walk him down. Only thing he got to worry about is with takedowns. You know, that's it. He's stronger. I think he's stronger than Kobe Covington because Kobe Covington is a big 170. He's a big 170. And Chimaev is bigger than Kobe. So he's not going to be able to ragdoll Chimaev. Only time he's going to be able to do that if he's tired, in my opinion.
Well, I hope they make that fight. That's actually one of the fights I'm most looking forward to.
They will. They got to, because I see Leon Edwards. Can we talk? Fuck this. Can we talk about Leon Edwards, one of the most unappreciated fighters in the UFC, one of the most underrated, one of the most fucked over fighters in the UFC? I mean, God damn, can we give this dude a title shot already? I mean, come on, man. How many fights in a row you got to win to get a title shot? Come on, man.
He's got the next title shot, I believe, right? He's got the
but
fight.
They haven't announced it. What the fuck they waiting on? They haven't
Kamaru
announced
had
it.
surgery on Sunday.
They can still announce the motherfucking fight. They can say, well, he's next. They haven't done that. I'm sick of that. And listen, I like Leon Edwards, man. I'm tired of him getting fucked over.
I wonder why they're not pushing Leon Edwards.
He's a good fighter.
You know what I'm finna say. You know, that's another example.
I don't know what the fuck you want. You say it.
I will say it. It's a black fighter, man. You know what I mean? But hey, everybody knows Smack God loves black people with British accents. I think you can market a black guy with a British accent. You know what I mean?
Man, I wish I had a British accent. You know how many? Ooh, wee.
You know what I'm saying?
Walking looking like
Lit.
Idris Alba and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, if I wish I had a British, I'm gonna work on my. Hey, you work on your Russian. I'm gonna work on my British accent.
Hello, you bloody wanker. I'm think I'm mixing up different things. Is it a wanker? You bloody
Yeah, see, you're
wanker?
horrible, bro. Stop. Stop. You getting the
Hello
accents
there.
all fucked up and shit.
Hello.
You know what I'm saying? Wanker.
Hello, my fair maiden.
Nah,
How,
stop him.
how would you like to go grab a pint at the local British pub?
All right. Hey, so we're not going to end this. We're going to get together, right? Because you still owe me 50. I like how you just escaped that. So one day we're going to get together. I'm going to record you doing my 50, homie. You give me my 50.
I do owe him, but I'm on a hard out here. I've got some coaching stuff to do. Before we go, we got to get into some bullshit though. I got to give you some bullshit. I got some bullshit.
So you found some because you earlier today it's like you didn't have no bullshit. Now you got the bullshit.
I found some bullshit.
This is the business report right here. This is the business report on the side.
The business report. Here we go, man. We got to get the people what they want, man. Now I'm not sure if you you're on Instagram. A guy I follow who seems like he's living his best life is Wiz Khalifa. He's smoking his weed, walking around with his dreads, his tats. He's been in the gym working out. For some reason, he goes to the gym in his underwear. He just kind of gets his workout in. I'm like, you know what? Bro's in shape. I'm not no hater, whatever. I mean, a little different, but shit, he's rich. Nigga rich. Doing what he want to do. He looks like he's happy. He ain't bother nobody. Yeah. But Gilly the Kid has something to say about that. So if you guys aren't familiar with this, Gilly the Kid and Wallow have a really good podcast. But Gilly's got something to say about this. Let's take a listen here.
Banging black and yellow. When I see you again, you a legend, man. It's Pennsylvania, baby. Philly to Pittsburgh, but I had to unfollow him today, man. Every time I come on my page, man, you in your draws, man. You giving up strap and ball action, man. Every day I can do 8 balls in the corner pocket every day when I wake up, man. So I had to unfollow. I love you though, man. You my brother.
Now,
for life.
The funny thing is that I was kind of thinking like, yo, this nigga's in his drawers a lot, right? I'm watching it. It's like, yo, this dude is really just running around in his drawers all the time.
I've never seen it.
Oh, you haven't seen it?
So when
I'm not trying to see it.
Stop being in his drawers.
Well, no, it's just if he goes in, he's just working out. It's not flagrant. He just works out. He just works out. He gets his workouts in.
Are those draws or just like are George St. Pierre fighter shorts?
I think they're fighter shorts. Right? And because he does train, he trains like Muay Thai, mixed martial arts and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Those aren't draws. Those aren't draws.
No, they're not. No, he's just living his best life.
They look like Muay Thai, not Muay Thai, but those aren't draws.
No, they're not. They're not. He's just really it kind of looks like draws. He's just having a good time. He's got a smoothie. He's about to go smoke a blunt. Got his sunglasses on.
Why are we watching this? Cut that shit off. Thank you.
All right. I just wanted you to understand what was going on. So as it turns out, Gilly says that, and that really
pissed blocked. He lost his taste.
Pissed off. Yeah, it pissed off Wiz Khalifa. Wiz Khalifa apparently is more powerful than anybody wants to give him credit for, because got him taken down. So then he's like, yo. And then he basically blamed Wiz. And Wiz like, man, I didn't get that child's page taken down. I offered to get it back for him, and he said no. See ya. That's kind of his little catchphrase, right? So they've been having a little bit of back and forth. Gilly is pissed off. And let me just say this. I don't want to get canceled. I'm going to get canceled at some point in time. I don't want to get canceled yet. Them alphabet people, man, you don't want no smoke with the alphabet people.
The who?
The alphabet people.
What is that?
You haven't watched the Dave Chappelle special?
No, I haven't seen. What is the alphabet people? Is that youngsters?
Well, okay. The alphabet people are.
Oh, okay. The LGBT. Oh, okay.
Yeah. The LG. You haven't seen that stand up?
I have. I just didn't register right away.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm just saying, you don't want no smoke with the alphabet people. I don't want to smoke with that. And to be honest with you, I got a problem with the alphabet people. Hey, y'all, they're good.
God damn.
They're good in my book.
I love it, to tell you the truth.
Yeah. You know what? As a younger kid, I probably held stupid ideas, but now shit straight. Yeah. Like some of my coolest friends, not coolest friends, but people I like talking to, they're funny, they're insightful, they cultured. Motherfuckers be traveling, they dress good. Motherfuckers always got good credit scores. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no problem with it. They good people to be shit. But Gilly out there playing around on that edge, man, you know, like, yo, boy, somebody somewhere pushed that button on him. They got him on some hate speech or something. And I thought he was just being funny. It was like, I didn't think it was necessarily.
But the world we're living in now, everybody's so sensitive. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody's super sensitive.
If you got a platform that's big and you got millions of followers, a lot of motherfuckers watch what they say. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't want to get canceled. They don't want to get their Instagram or TikTok canceled. You should start all over again. You know what I'm saying? So it's a cold world we're living in, Bones. You feel me?
Yeah. So, you know, I guess what it is I'm going to keep talking my shit about these Russians. I will never say anything bad about the alphabet people other than love and light. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you're talking shit about them now because you call them the alphabet people. I'm sure they don't like that shit. You know what I'm saying? So you are talking shit about them. You know, I just want you to be aware of that shit, bro.
See, thank you. I need somebody to hold me accountable because I'm not. I need somebody to hold me accountable. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, that. It was really a slow week. Both of the bullshit and in the fight game. Good weekend, but this week's fights, I don't have a whole lot of interest in a lot of the fights. Munir Laziz is fighting.
None.
What's that guy's name? Jordan Levitt.
I like Levitt. I like Jordan Levitt. He's long. He's a long fighter, man. You know what I'm saying? So I think if he uses his length and stuff, which he does really well, I think he's gonna go far. He looks so boring in the cage, though. When I look at him, he looks hella boring. Not a boring fighter. He just looks bored. In the like, oh man, I gotta whoop this motherfucker's ass. Okay, let me get this done real quick. You know what I'm saying? So I like him. He's a good fighter. So we're not going to talk about this card. Who you got on the main event between Vicente Luque and Bilal Muhammad? Who you got on that fight? Because that's an intriguing fight, man, at 170.
You know what? Bilal Muhammad looked really good last time out, I got to say. I know they've already fought. And I believe Luque beat him already last time, right? Did he knock him out or no? I don't think Bilal Muhammad's ever been knocked out.
They fought already?
If I'm not mistaken, these two gentlemen have already fought.
No, let me pull that up. I don't think they fought yet.
Need an intern to do this shit. Oh, I must be wrong.
Yeah, I don't think they fought.
Oh, no, he did. He knocked him out in the first round. It was in 2016. Yeah, Vicente Luque knocked him out in the first round. I thought he'd never been knocked out before.
In the UFC? Not in the UFC, was he?
Yeah, I think he's been in there long now. Or maybe not. Let's see. Yeah, UFC 205.
Damn.
It's probably Bilal Muhammad's first fight. No, not his first fight in the UFC. Damn, I didn't realize Bilal Muhammad's been in the UFC 6 years now.
Damn. I did not know that.
Time
man.
flies. Okay, so I just wanted to show you Jordan Levitt's dancing. He's an interesting fighter. He's knocked him out with a slam. Now let's watch this dance he's gonna do.
That was the handsome man. That was the handsome man. He's a long fighter, man. He's good. He's good. He's got good jiu-jitsu. He's good.
Yeah, he does. He's an interesting dude. He's kind of a strange kind of guy as well. I can't find him twerking. We'll leave it at that. I guess it wasn't meant to be. But Jordan Levitt, I don't know that he is actually gonna have success this weekend. The guy he's fighting is pretty tough. I think a lot of people are picking against him. I'll probably put a little bit of money on him. But again, I'm not super into this. The fights this weekend. I'll be out of town anyway. Hopefully, I'll be able to catch some of them.
I watched a little bit. I'll definitely watch Bilal and Vicente. That's an interesting fight. That's an interesting fight. I'm pulling for Bilal. Sure. I'm pulling for. I wonder if he's a Muslim.
I don't think you got a choice to be Muslim. If your name is Bilal Muhammad, you Muslim.
Nah, come on, man.
There is not two more Muslim names than Bilal and Muhammad.
You ain't got. You can have a Muslim father and mother, but you ain't gotta be Muslim. You know what I'm saying?
I
mean,
I've yet to meet a Muslim person whose parents were Muslim and they weren't. I've never met that guy.
I mean, no, hold on. They might be Muslim, but they probably don't. He probably don't practice the religion. He probably don't practice. There's a lot of Christian out there that don't practice the Christian religion or go to church. You feel me?
Okay,
So
right.
that's what I mean.
Next up on the business report and MMA Vibes, Smack God and Just JMA talk religion.
We're gonna lose a lot of followers, man.
And then politics.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good, man. All right, man. Well, look, shit. Good show, man. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna be on that long because it's not really too much to discuss, man. But once again, you know what I'm saying? I murdered your ass on this shit, you know, as always. So we get together again.
I wish I could put a spell on you like Pinocchio's. Every time you lied, your nose would grow. Your nose would just grew right there. Destroyed me. We agreed pretty much on everything. I think we pretty much agreed on just about everything this week. I don't think we and that's the thing here. We're not going to fake arguments. If we agree on stuff, we're going to agree on stuff. If we don't agree,
for sure. I mean, we gonna keep the shit. We gonna keep the shit real. You know what I'm saying? We don't fake the phone. You know?
Now, that's not to say we won't find something to argue about because that's just what the fuck we do when we talk about shit anyway. But today was pretty mild. I don't think there was much that we were disputing today.
Yeah, for sure.
Other than you deserving this, that was
shame.
The shame. You deserve
Shame.
For your support of Dana White. Other than that, we good.
Whatever, man. I love Dana White. I want his job. You know what I'm saying? That's all. But all right, my loved one, you know what I'm saying? Safe travels out there, you know what I'm saying, with the team and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And we'll chop it up, man. We'll get together.
For sure, man. All right, y'all. Hey, everybody, thanks for tuning in. We love you. Man, you know what? I'm so terrible at this YouTube shit. I gotta tell people, hey man, like and subscribe, hit the notification bell so you are up to date on all the latest from MMA Vibes, man. You know the vibes. Until next time, I am Smack God with my boy Just J. We out.
We out.